Alright, I'm not sure if I should do headphones off or headphones on for this video. I'm not listening to anything, but I feel like I have to have them on for some reason. You know what? Let's keep them on. Alright, my headphone situation out of the way. Dude, one of my videos hit like 1,000 views the other day. Crazy.
Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
Insane. I never thought that would happen. And I know it's like, well, why did you post videos if you didn't think you were gonna hit a lot of it was you don't like actually expect your videos to get views. Like anyways, today's topic is Berserk. And I feel like I'm gonna push a lot of buttons here. Dude, I did not understand the show at all. By the way, I'm reading it on this new Kindle. I got a new one. It's bigger and I can write on it. And this is my favorite thing now. Like, just this is my favorite item. It's amazing. I'm not done with the show. I'm on chapter, you know what? Here, I can actually tell you what chapter I'm on instead of just spouting bullshit. I'm on chapter 262. 262. They're basically just, you know what? I'm not gonna explain what's. They're at a castle with Farnes and her whole thing and her family. That's not what I'm not here to explain. So, what I am here to talk about is I 262 chapters in, and I just now started to understand. Well, not understand. I started to like the show. So, like, okay, so I've been on a manga binge for like a very long time now, for like a couple months, because I want to use my Kindle, and I ran out of things to read, so I decided I want to read the big three seinen manga, which are Vinland Saga, Berserk, and Vagabond. And I'm like, okay, I'll start with Berserk because everyone tells me that that's just peak fiction. That is like the end all be all to just manga. So I'm like, okay. And I start reading it. And it's like it's pretty good. It's good, and then it keeps getting good, and then it gets weird. And then we get into like certain things that Griffith does to gain power, and like a lot of things that the bad guys will do, and it gets a bit weird. But then it's like, then Guts fights 100 men and beats all of them in battle, and it's like, that's cool. And then they fight Zod the Immortal, and you're like, well, that's really fucking cool. But then there's like one small caveat to all of this going on. For some reason, for I think up until just now, like up until chapter like 250 around there, the main character has not been Guts. It hasn't been Griffith. It hasn't been Casca. The main character has been unconsensual sex. That's the main character of Berserk for most of it so far. And I didn't like it. People are like, people could say like, oh, you're overreacting. It's just a part of the story. But it's so constant. It happens. I'm not over exaggerating. Anytime there is a female character in a fight scene, unconsensual sex will come up. Either the female character will be threatened with it, or it will just happen to the female character. And what bothers me is that when I first started reading, right? When you first start reading very early on, it's the scene where Casca and Guts fall into like this ravine, and they have a nice moment together where Casca gives you her whole backstory, which, shocker, also involves unconsensual sex. But besides that, it's like a nice moment, and you get to learn about Casca and her character, and she's great. And I'm like, dude, this is like my favorite character now. And she continues to be my favorite character. So why? Okay, she had to stop being my favorite character because apparently she is not the author's favorite character. I strongly believe that the author of the manga fucking hates Casca with a burning passion, because I'm not I swear to God, I'm trying my best not to over exaggerate. Any and every situation that Casca is in where it is possible for her to get sexually assaulted, she will. Every single situation. So much so that even Guts, the character we're supposed to be rooting for, the good guy, even him puts her in direct danger of sexual assault. It's ridiculous. Every single time. And it's like it really sucks when, cuz like, dude, okay, I'm going to spoil the first part of Berserk here, but I'm pretty sure most people watching this video have already read Berserk. During the festival, the one where all the bad things happen, I thought Casca was going to die. I knew what happened to her. I know what Griffith does to Casca. I knew that that was coming, but I thought he was just gonna kill her afterwards, because then, like, I thought Guts would be angry about that. And then the more the show, by the way, Casca survives. She does not die. But like, the more the show goes on, the more I'm like, dude, I think I would have rather her die. I think that would have been better for the character if she were to just die. And it's like, I don't mind characters dying, and I don't mind the gore. I can go through with all these things. I think it's cool. I think like all the gore and shit, and it's cool. And I think character deaths add a lot of definition to your story, and they add a lot of emotional impact, and it's very important to have very nice character deaths, and I think Berserk does have that. But I don't see the value that like it's constant just sexual assault has to your story. It doesn't sit right with me. But, to like, balance this out a bit, ever since I call her Ronnie, I forget her name, the witch, the little witch girl, ever since she's been introduced to the story, there has been a dramatic decline in just how much sexual assault there is in the story. And me and my friend came up with one of two reasons. It's either the author got much better at telling stories and realized that sexual assault didn't need to be in every single panel, or B, there is now a little girl there, like there's a group. Guts travels with a group, and there is now a little girl within this group that is usually very close to Casca and everyone. So because there's a little girl, it kind of makes it so he has to tone it down a bit on the sexual assault, because he doesn't, because then that would be like much worse if there's like a lot of sexual assault with like a 11 to 12-year-old girl in the group. So it's like one of those two. It has gotten better, and I think the storytelling and just the female characters and like the witch is great. Farnes, I think that's her name, Farnes. She has gotten a shit ton of character development and is honestly like a very well written character now. And it's just, I just wanted to like rant about the first part of Berserk, because I was reading through it and like I'm starting to get it a little more now. But I was reading through it and I'm like, dude, this is what people think it's peak. Also, another small tangent before I end the video. I get guys. Okay, no, actually I don't. I don't get people getting the branding tattoo. Cause like, yes, it looks cool. But like, do you know what happened? Like, I feel like, I don't know. Like the Luffy tattoo, right? Where is it? This side? No, this side. Like that, okay, like it has sentimental value into like when it happened in the story. And then it's like, I also didn't just get my tattoo because of Luffy. There's also other sentimental values in that, where it's just like, it's an X marking. It's not just Luffy's tattoo. It means something else for me. That's personal. But the branding is very specific to Berserk. And especially females with this tattoo. Do you know what happens to the only female that lived to get this tattoo in the story? Like, it's just weird to me that people would want to get that tattoo when, like, knowing the things that happen to those characters with those tattoos on. I don't know. It does look cool though. I'm not gonna lie. It does look cool. But I don't know. I feel like, if me personally, like, I wouldn't want a reminder of that part of the story. I actively tried to, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was reading through that part of the story, there were a couple characters that died that I kind of felt sad for, but I couldn't, because I knew what was happening and I was just nervous and or just like trying to get by it fast, because it's like, I don't know, dude, it's uncomfortable. Maybe I'm just, you know, a little bitch. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to rant about Berserk for a bit. I'll make another video when I finish it. It is getting a lot better. I'm liking it so much more. Like, dude, the introduction of the armor is insane. And I'm gonna stop talking now, because if I keep thinking and keep talking, I'm gonna bring up more things. So anyways, I hope you had a good morning, and thank you so much for the support on the recent videos. Bye.